I have the exact same setup as normal.
And we're
To be
back.
fair, you were super quiet in dark matter as
Hello.
well.
We're back.
Yeah, I have another.
Aha, we're back.
It's buffering again for me. No, no.
It was a very quick break.
That was a very quick break. I don't know if it's just unsteady for me or for everyone
I'm just gonna
else.
send us to the be right back screen. I don't know what's
trying
going
so hard.
on.
It's trying its best.
Oh, it's the little stream that could.
Yeah.
I think I might
This
be
stream
going
would be-
through an internet hiccup right
I'm
now.
gonna say it's trying so hard.
It is.
Okay. Okay, I muted ourselves now. Oh, I didn't mute my.
This song is wonderful.
Picked it myself.
I assume it's the same song as always.
No, yeah.
No. Oh my god, I just complimented. I don't know.
Yeah.
Fucking Nickelback or something.
All right, welcome back. We're going to do a bit of a hybrid thing where Wild continues to try and fix stuff so we can hear him and not just you guys, because it's a little tricky to play with someone when you can't hear them. There's ways around it, but we're not set up for any of those right now. So for now, we're going to enjoy Pris, Kai, and Sam's shenanigans at the Midsummer's Festival. I'll try and avoid crucial plot points until Wild joins us. But as said before, he's a wandering halfling, so he's welcome to appear whenever he decides. Now, yes, I know, Andrew, I know you could hear him. We can't. That is the main problem right now. Work in progress. It's like either you can hear him or we can, but not both at the same time. Now, I know people are very distracted by our tech issues, but I'm still waiting on an answer.
Oh.
Chris.
DM question.
Uh-huh.
Pris has a fairly decent intelligence.
Like, are you saying that Pris has a higher intelligence than you do?
Well, it's also not like early morning for Pris where it is for this one.
Well, I already gave you the hint that you're in the correct area when you assumed it was a plant. It is, in fact, I mean, there's a lot of farmers, etc. in this town, so you're probably looking at something crop-ish. Things people grow for 200.
Things people grow.
I just finished 4 cups of coffee and I didn't mean to.
Things people grow. Corn, wheat.
No.
No. Tomatoes, peas, beans.
None of those have their...
No, none of them do. Is it a potato?
Oh. This is a stream, guys. We're just gonna watch Lady Dame struggle with a riddle. Hi, you're still here. I'm just pointing it out.
They've given up.
You're out. You've tapped out.
I had the
That's
right
fair.
answers just because it. Or maybe they'll kind of pop in with random plans that all kind of apply to the situation. Just, you would probably don't have an idea what they're called or what these plans are.
Yeah. All of the hints I could give are completely obscure and out of universe.
What are some of the crops that are grown in Athenwyn?
Just like the standard mid-European mountain town crops.
So for those non-European people, what does that entail?
They really like leafy things and cabbage-related things. Lots of things in the nightshade family, although potato was already wrong. So I think this particular vegetable has come into more of a spotlight thanks to the Pokemon franchise than anything the Europeans have ever done. It's related to garlic. I think you already got to garlic.
I have
did-
an idea, but Kate doesn't.
Is it an... Oh.
Often ducks like it.
A radish? That doesn't
No.
seem... No. I was like... Related to garlic.
It's not long and smooth, and it has that, the thing.
A chive.
Parts
A
of
leek.
it are yes, the leek, as made famous by the bird Farfetch'd, who likes to slap people with it.
Oh,
Good
can we do
morning.
that?
Hi, everybody.
Anyway,
Yeah,
maybe
only
this-
2 more riddles to go.
I know, it's fine. It's only my
What?
early morning streams ever that throw riddles at me, and then I'm
I
like,
warned you I was going to throw riddles at you, and Graham was all excited because he claimed he was really good at them.
Hey, Sam isn't there.
I love them.
No, you're currently serving river trout.
Radish.
I love riddles. I never said I was good at them.
Those are not necessarily related, fortunately. So if you're ready for the next riddle,
Sure.
it's an
Yeah,
easier
give us that
one.
bullshit.
Bring it
It's
on.
an easier one. What goes through a door but never comes in or out?
Goes through a door but never comes
A
in.
very unfriendly guest. No way, that's all.
Now you're just talking about yourself, Kai.
I don't usually enter houses. Not period.
I mean, always with riddles, my inclination is to say air.
Wrong.
Is
Fair.
it death?
Air can go in or out.
It can go in or out. I know. The wind can go in or out. Through
Oh, I
a
think it's
door.
death.
What?
Well, it can go through a door. If it's a
Can
bullet, or
Sam
so,
wander
what if
over?
an arrow.
Sam can definitely wander over.
Oh, Kai! Pris, it's been like forever since I've talked to you. How have you been? What are you up to?
We're
Oh,
trying to
stall.
solve riddles. I
Oh.
made some new riddles and they're quite good. I'm
Well,
Oh.
what comes through a door and doesn't go in or out? It's like that.
Oh, that's a really tough one. Let Graham roll real quick to see if. Oh, okay. Sam knows this, so that means I can spill the beans between the character and me. Would that? Oh, that's a hard one. Would that be a keyhole?
It would be, Sam. Oh, you're just so clever. Okay, are you ready for the last one?
No.
No.
But go on.
Why does a chicken cross the road?
Is it like one of those joke questions?
Is this a hypothetical?
No.
Or what's a
It's a
road?
case study?
A what?
Oh, like never mind.
I've heard
I
this
was gonna-
joke before. It's to get to the
Uh.
other side.
No, it's because there's something like on the other side, and it's like a corn or something, right? Because there's corn on the other side.
No,
Oh.
you're wrong.
I mean, I always thought it was because like it's gonna get run over by like a wagon, so it's getting to the other side, which is like
Why would the
Astral
chicken be
plane
run
or
over by a
whatever.
wagon? You don't hunt it, right? No,
What?
You don't hunt chickens. No, never mind.
So why did the chicken cross the road?
Existential question. Why did
Because
the
it
chicken cross
wanted
the
to
road?
travel. Or maybe just wanted to see the world.
Did someone carry the chicken across the road?
I mean, I've carried chickens across the road, but that's not the answer I'm looking for.
Watch it carry chickens across the road. Can't they walk for themselves?
I mean,
They didn't
because
want to.
it has semi-rational thought and wanted to be there.
I don't think chickens are technically sentient.
Have you ever talked to a chicken?
No, I haven't tried.
Neither have I.
Jordan, you have no idea about animals, do you?
I don't think this is a riddle.
No.
Let me assure you,
Entirely
animals
honest.
are quite sentient. Or what sentient? Sentient. Yeah, like, they think. Is my point. Is my point. What's an accent?
Yeah. Oh, this is a tough one. Was it because it was really a druid in disguise?
What's a
We have
druid?
druids here?
No, I don't
mean,
think so.
no. Oh, you're just
I've read
tricking
about
me.
druids.
Me too.
These
What's
things
a
are
druid?
great.
Some of them are really famous healers.
Really? Can you name
Huh?
one?
Yeah, Ross Bartwood.
Sam, I think you're making that one up.
I totally am not. You tried translating Gnomish to Common.
Was
I don't.
actually quite easy. I've no idea.
I've never spoken Gnomish before.
Nah, me neither.
Well, I give up. I mean, I wasn't really Yeah,
Oh, wait, maybe
I
there's
just came over
a
here because
hint.
it was convenient to stop serving food. Really?
Well, thank you for helping.
There's.
Uh,
Do we now need to share the prize, or if we can, do you have any hints or something?
You what? I'm sorry.
Hints.
Hints.
Tips.
No, not for the third riddle.
is that because you didn't have an answer for it?
I have an answer for it.
Then what is it?
I'm not
I don't
telling
believe
you.
it.
I mean, I really don't think you have an answer to it. I think you just didn't
I-
want to hand out the prize.
Do have an answer to it. And as you're
Yeah,
saying
right.
this behind you, you see Tay walking past, already carrying one of the prizes. Tay figured it out.
Not entirely convinced, to be honest.
Yeah,
I think it's
I don't know
because
about
you
this.
like Tay Annis.
Oh, I don't.
Mm-hmm.
Can I roll an insight check? Do I really believe this?
Sure. Which part? That she doesn't like Tay or that she has an answer?
I mean, either or, really. Whatever you're willing to give me. That's a 17.
Can't read my own die. That is worse. She definitely has an answer and she definitely likes Tay.
Knew it.
Well, I don't know anything about romance, so I'm just gonna carry that with me to the grave, and say, well, it's been really great. Glad I could partake in this riddle quest. I'm gonna, do things and stuff, I suppose.
Okay, enjoy the festival, I guess.
Will do.
Is it because somebody intimidated it to go over the road?
No, how do you intimidate a chicken?
I can show you if you want.
I mean, yes, but not right now.
All right, Pris, you figured out the last one. Do you have an answer?
No.
All
Annis
right, I
has
thought this.
stumped
What's
me.
the answer?
Are you sure you want the answer? You won't get a prize. You won't have to set.
That's okay.
A chicken crosses the road because it's too long to go around.
Yeah, right. Fuck yourself. That's as stupid as an answer as literally anything else.
I feel like my answer is better, so
Yeah, same.
I'm good. We're Kai. Let's go.
Yeah.
All right, you righteously storm off,
Yes.
having
There's
been
definitely a
bested-
middle finger involved.
Yeah, having been bested by a 90-year-old woman. Where do you go? What do you do? What is the plan? Food's been served. Actual, physical, proper dancing, not just children chasing each other, has started. Rowan and Rilza are currently starting off the arm wrestling by arm wrestling each other, like every year. Get warmed up, before weaker challengers appear. Your dads are finally done emptying out the kitchens and have grabbed plates and have set up their chessboard.
Mm-hmm.
So far, no challengers.
That smells
Okay,
fucking delicious. Frighteningly large.
Again, so much food. Sam, where did you wander off to?
Oh, well, now that I have avoided any responsibility, I'm gonna. Oh, I think it's like one of those moments where I look back to my room at the inn and I think, I could be studying right now and not doing this.
Nerd.
And then I see my friends and I'm like,
Actually, you don't see your friends.
Well, I have to go find them then.
All right. Where do you start looking?
Oh, goodness. Knowing my friends, they're probably not on the dance floor. I'm going to check behind the houses.
Okay. Considering the size of the village, it'll take a while to like circle all the way around. And I can give you a spoiler, you don't actually find them.
That's fair. Then once I've done that loop, I would return to the party.
All right. The party is in full swing.
I guess I'll find Kai and Pris. Because
what are
they're the only other friends or acquaintances I have.
So Pris and Kai, there was food, there was dancing, all sorts of things. Sam is gone. You haven't seen Allie or Bridget recently. Yeah, what are you doing?
While we're eating, I am going to keep an eye on my dads and cheer them on when one of them makes a really great chess move. While at the same time tapping my feet to the music.
Okay.
I'm just sort of watching everyone, but not really participating in anything. The riddles were sort of my go-to.
Your dads are just the same as every year. Every time Elias makes a move, Madron just sort of goes, no. Do the horsey one. Take the horsey one forward. You know, just has no idea how this game works at all, but is just constantly butting in. And he's being lovingly ignored. Is the best way to describe what is currently going on here. But you know, so they're in each other's laps. So at some point, you know, Elias can't reach, and Medrin has to be the one to actually move the piece and accidentally grabs the wrong one. So there's it's not a clean victory often because there's interference. Welby, darling Welby, please tell me you're joining the party.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you. Let's look at chat and see if chat can hear you.
Well, they should be able to.
I think. I mean, if it's fixed, right? That's how things work.
Right. Yes.
All right. Welby, what is your little halfling plan? Are you wearing your top hat? Are you festive?
I don't think they're ever not wearing their top hat. I mean, I'd be going around trying to look in through the windows, watching everybody party and trying to find a way to sneak in through the back without anyone seeing me.
Well, they're in the village square.
Okay,
well, it's not so much a square as it is like just the empty space between the central houses. Square suggests it's actual square.
Right.
Large. But you've waited a while and people have had reasonable amounts of beer, cider, certain other substances. So you're fairly certain if you keep your head down and just go along the side a little that it doesn't have the games, you can at least get to the banquet.
Right. Yeah. So as I'm trying to find a time when people aren't paying attention to the food so I can start scavenging some stuff, you know, maybe hide under a table or two and have a little feast.
All right. So at some point, Afari and Hyeth are the ones providing the music. And at some point, someone sort of helps Rhea get on stage in her cute little wheelchair. And she sings what is the unofficial town song that I will not be giving a rendition of because nobody wants to hear me sing at any point in time. But that does turn the focus of the townspeople towards the stage. And this would be your moment. There's a lot of options you can have. Previously mentioned rosemary duck with gravy and potatoes. There's salads. I'm not sure if Welby is a salad person after what happened or if you're a little put off your greenery. But there's rum compotes, there's trout, there's goat's cheese made by Allie and her parents. Just fruit everywhere, strawberry rhubarb pie, which is my personal favorite. And of course, considering the focus that is on the stage, you could even sneak a stein of beer if you're quick enough.
Oh. Well, stein of beer does sound good. I think that would be the first thing that Welby tries to get, because you can't stay parched all night long.
No, well, the options are either it's the heather and sage beer. It's not very alcoholic. It's just really nice. There's the cider that is very alcoholic. And for those who want to abstain completely, there are many tea options and a very nice green tea. Again, if the greeneries put you off, I understand.
No, I think they would go with the what was the first option? Was it the sage beer you said?
Heather and sage beer.
Yes, that one sounds quite lovely.
All right, you sneak a stein of beer.
All right, and they're going to walk over towards the table, see if they, when no one is looking, try and grab the whole platter of roast duck and slip it under the table.
You're going for the whole platter of roast duck?
Oh yeah,
The whole thing.
It's a party. Could
you please make me a sleight of hand check now that you're going for the bold moves?
Oh my, sleight of hand. I forget, was that plus dex?
Yeah.
All right.
And since you don't have a class, you don't actually get your proficiency. Numbers there, it means nothing.
Well, I rolled a 16.
Oh, that's pretty good. I'm just gonna roll a general check for the people watching the food. Congratulations, you have a complete platter of roast duck currently under the table with you.
Awesome.
Again, it's duck with gravy. There's potatoes, bits of carrot.
Mm-hmm. And I'll go over to the platter of salad. I'll take a little nibble, dump the rest out, and then start piling things in the bowl.
All right. You chuck the summer... I'm so sad. You're chucking the summer salad with all the delicious dandelions and the radishes, and you use the bowl for scavenged meat and gravy and potatoes.
And pie.
And pie.
Yes.
The rhubarb pie is going as well. Good choice.
Like
very good choice.
Large, giant, awkward feast.
One perfect. And are you eating this under the table, or are you scuffling back out?
Under the table, just in case I need more.
Yeah, perfect. Why would you leave the source of your dinner?
Exactly.
Kai, how long did you manage to stay next to Pris while she's next to her freakishly adorable dads? There's a lot of joy and love around you right now, and I'm not sure how well you're handling this.
There was a valiant attempt that lasted for about 2 minutes. Okay, 1 minute.
Yeah, I was about to say 2 minutes is impressive. That would have been.
2 is my constitution modifier.
So where did you go after you were overwhelmed with, good things?
I would probably have gone back to the table in an attempt to eat even more, as the pile that I had was conspicuously absent after the second... not minute, but, Actually, that coincides pretty well with why I went.
I was about
Well,
to
when I
ask. Well, actually, once you get back to the table, the duck is gone.
Oh, fuck.
The salad's gone. A shockingly large section of the rhubarb pie is gone. And there's suspicious noises coming from underneath the table. It's like the scraping of a top hat somehow.
Kind of tug up the, I assume there's a tablecloth, kind of glance underneath.
And you'll just see Wobby there, mid-eating with like a drumstick in her mouth, like, "Hello, how you going?"
Right. Yeah, that was something that happened. They kind of just put the tablecloth back and go somewhere else.
I mean, there's still other food, okay? Like,
yeah. With somewhere else, I meant another section of the table. They can very much empathize with the whatever is going on down there.
Yep.
There are no people there, which is a very nice bonus, I presume.
I love how this is a campaign that starts with a festival, and I have a party of antisocial people. There's still there's still trout and cheese and fruit, tea.
They take everything but the cheese.
I appreciate that choice. I really do.
Very significant hatred against cheese there.
I share that feeling. I appreciate it. You can grab some of the bread to like sop up bits of stew. So more food is gone. Round about this time, Sam, what are you up to?
Oh, geez. Well, I'm really tired. I walked around the entire town looking for my friends. And that's more than I usually walk around, except for when I'm like looking for ingredients and stuff. I'm gonna find some place to sit down, probably near the table.
Okay.
Or like, are there chairs near the music?
Not yet, but technically carrying a chair is within your capabilities.
Okay. I'm gonna carry a chair all the way across, like awkwardly through the dance floor to the music to the side.
Right. Okay. You drag your chair through the dancing people who expertly dodge you.
Excuse me, pardon me. Sorry. So, no, you go up.
And do you like go front and center, or are we talking off to the side?
Oh, definitely off to the side.
Okay, you're not like parking your butt in the mosh pit.
No.
Okay, just making sure. So you're off to the side with your personal little chair, and you actually roll a perception check.
Oh goodness. Oh, so I have what? No proficiency modifier, right?
No proficiency.
No proficiency, but I do have a plus something. Oh, I have a +3 to it. Nice.
Hey,
well, that's a 10.
You can actually look. You can actually look on the overlay if you forget what your stats are, because we have the really cute character cards from Triangle Art.
That's a 10.
A 10. Fortunately, the people trying to get your attention are being very obvious because they're trying to get your attention. You see Allie and Bridget sort of halfway off behind the stairs. They're going,
I'll grab my chair. I think that's what they want. Yeah, I'll bring my chair over towards them.
You're bringing your whole chair?
Well, they're like pointing at me. I got confused. I don't know.
Right. Sam is grabbing his chair and dragging it to behind the stage, partway behind the house, where Allie and Bridget are signaling and waiting for you.
Sam, yeah. What's up?
This is a chair. Come on, we're going.
Where are we going?
We're gonna go look at the blooming ferns. Come on.
I have no idea what those are.
They're famous. Come on. They grant like wealth or true love or a wish if you find one on Midsummer's Night. So we're gonna go look for them.
Okay, I'm in. Do I see Pris or Kai?
You see Pris easily because she hasn't moved from her spot recently. Kai is currently like carrying a giant platter of food around.
Okay. I will wave at Pris. Because I go to the library a lot, so I think there's like this unspoken, like I always give a signature wave as I leave. So I just go like really excitedly and then just dip off.
Pris,
Off I
apparently
go.
Sam is dipping.
I wave back. I wasn't sure if that was a hey, come follow or not, so I'm gonna stay right where I am with my dad's.
Okay.
But I wave back.
And I don't know if you wave to Kai, but he's preoccupied, but well fed.
I see that he has taken yet more food.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So splitting the party then. Sam, Bridget, and Allie are very excited to drag you into the woods. Make me an intelligence check.
Okay. Ugh, that's 8.
An 8. Man, those blooming ferns sound amazing.
I mean, I'm pretty excited. I've never seen them.
Yeah.
So as we're walking, I'd be asking them questions about these because I've never heard of these.
Well, normal ferns don't bloom, which is why this one is so amazingly special. It only blooms Midsummer's Eve, which is now. And if you find it, there's one, and it is a really big golden blossom, according to legend. And if you find it, you get like something really good. So Allie's like, I am going to wish for the biggest house in town, all the servants, so I don't have to wash the floors anymore, and enough money to get 2 more goats.
Oh,
Sounds reasonable, right?
That sounds like a wonderful wish. I mean, like, who wouldn't want to own a house and have servants?
I know, right? Because right now the house is mom and dad's, so I can't move out until I'm like married,
Mm-hmm.
and I kind of don't want to live here anymore.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I didn't grow up here, so I don't feel that. But, like, if you ever wanted to, like, move and, visit my hometown, you're more than welcome or whatever. It's cool.
Did you just invite me to meet your parents?
I mean, you don't have to if you don't want it.
Sam, I didn't know you felt that way.
I mean, I was just offering because
obviously I want to go meet your parents. Okay, behind you, Bridget is rolling her eyes so hard it practically hurts.
That's fair. Well, Bridget, what would you ask? What would you wish for?
I don't know. I guess. I don't know. I've always wanted a pony. Yeah, I guess a pony.
Well, that'd be a nice wish.
Like one of those really big white ones with like long flowing manes and just nice. I pretty much have everything else I want.
Huh. Yeah, I mean, I can't argue with that. Like a very nice pony, you could travel.
Yeah, you could just ride through the woods, sunlight in your hair. Or in this case, moonlight. Moonlight's good.
Yeah, I mean, how visible is it here?
So we've gone pretty far past dusk at this point. There's like this last little purple stripe behind the trees. It's gonna get real dark real soon.
All right, because I do have dark vision.
Yeah, Allie and Bridget.
They are humans, though.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you currently have a girl on each arm.
Okay. Well, I mean, like,
for a local legend.
All right. I guess I'd like to. I mean, I've traveled these woods a lot. Like when I'm like finding herbs for like poultices and stuff,
Yes.
I guess I'd like to make maybe like a nature check to like see if there are any locations that I would know that are still semi close to town that may be able to support this mystical fauna.
Mystical fern. Please do roll me a nature check.
All right. I always forget what nature is. Is that intelligence? Wisdom?
Yeah.
Intelligence.
Intelligence.
Oh, that's a 18 plus 2.
Wow, a dirty 20.
Oh.
From your extensive travels looking for ingredients and for your poultices and things around town, there's absolutely nothing that would give you the idea that there's an area around town that could sustain a magical blooming fern.
Do you think it's further out away from town then?
Okay, so we don't actually know where it is, but the legends usually say it's towards the setting sun. So we're just sort of walking in that direction. And Allie's just grabbing her little flask with more hot beer.
I mean, how dangerous are the woods at this time of year?
As dangerous as they are any other time of year.
Great. Oh, that sounds really bad.
I mean, Kesa and Kai have most of the wildlife population reasonably under control. Of course, it's not necessarily just the wildlife you need to be concerned about when going into the wood at Midsummer's Eve. But for now, you have a cute girl on each arm and they want to go deeper into the forest with you. Which I think is an excellent time to take a quick break. I know we had tech issues earlier and it was already kind of a break, but it might be nice to have like an actual break, especially for Wild, and just grab a drink and stretch a little and run our ads and thank our amazing sponsors, and then come back and find out, well, basically what happens to Sam.
And then I rolled a new character for episode 2 named Gramander.
Does he
With
have
an
this
even
voice?
worse voice.
With a normal voice.
Suddenly he is Australian.
Hey,
Right,
like,
we'll be back in 10 minutes. Enjoy the ad reel. Stretch, hydrate, pet your pets.
Welcome to our
Okay, and we're
Oh
off.
baby, I love your madness.
Welcome to our Patreon. Here on Open for Adventure, we are making high quality Dungeons and Dragons content, folks. We have a great big world to share with you, and by becoming a patron, you can help us explore and expand upon this adventure. With your support, we can invest in more amazing artwork, better mics, fancy cameras, and overall stream quality. Not to mention, help us get some amazing new merch that we can use for giveaways. What do you get by becoming a patron? I'm so glad you asked. Let's take a look at the different levels and give you a sneak peek at what you can get at each tier. Did you know that the family of the First Lord Theo, the leader of the rebellion against the Empire, actually invented firearms nearly 25 years prior to the current campaign? The designs for this high-tech weapon are the Delaney family's best-kept secret. Also, they were originally invented by the late First Lady Victoria, Theo's mother. Access to lore leaks like this is what you can expect from the first tier, written in blog-style posts after each weekly session. Ever wondered what goes on off-camera? The next 3 tiers give you exactly that. With Stolen Moments, you can get access to text-based roleplay moments, highlighting experiences that don't make it onto the stream, like Leona's training session with Ray and Asmrit. Stolen Moments Plus gives you access to roleplay moments featuring our guests, non-player characters, and historical figures, featuring the likes of Marshall, Annalena, and even the Empress herself. And Roleplay Addiction takes us to a whole other level. This tier gives you exclusive 30-minute videos of canon interactions not otherwise seen on stream, like late-night drunken interactions between paladins or tender moments featuring your favorite character ships. The Warm Fuzzies is super simple. It's everything I've listed so far, And also you get your name on stream after our weekly regular sessions. Every session. And our undying love. And finally, the most epic of all Patreon tiers. Drum roll, please. The Lore Master. This ultimate and final tier gets you first look access at all of the content going into our upcoming, official, Open for Adventure campaign setting. Lore, maps, monsters, items, dungeons, dragons. Go ahead, have a look around, make yourself at home, and consider becoming a patron to help us make this fantasy world a little bit closer to reality.
Oh, hi! My name is Express Love. I'm the Senmarian god of coffee. Did you know that in Senmaria, every cup of coffee is made with found familiar coffee beans? That's canon. In Senmaria, every cup of coffee is good coffee because it's made with love by found familiar. Did you know that every bag of found familiar coffee features artwork from incredible members of the tabletop gaming community? That's canon. Each blend and roast of found familiar coffee features cool D&D names like Thieves' Cant, Face Step, and Pact Magic. In Senmaria, every royal meeting that Ray attends features the Cartographer's Blend, a brew of coffee made by found familiar in conjunction with Devon Rue. Now that's canon. Found familiar coffee. Buy it today.
Yeah, to pieces, yeah, I need it. Want your pandemonium. Life is so easy. Whoa, you love me to pieces, yeah, I need it. Want your pandemonium.
Maybe have identify ready somewhere. All right, welcome back. I was just threatening my darling players with cursed items, which, you know, something to bear in mind in the future. I'm just going to, not literally, but figuratively, shout out our warm, fuzzy patrons because we love them very much and I don't want to break anybody's eardrums. I'm just going to start with Bel Chavez and then we have
Chavez.
Christina.
Oh, are we not cheering?
No, you can cheer. I'm just reading them. And you can cheer while I read. Okay. But now no one heard Christina because you yelled over Bill Chavez.
I was still cheering.
Okay, Christina.
Christina.
Sev.
We love Sev.
Quincy.
Quincy.
I'm gonna assume everyone knows who Andrew is.
Bay of Gifts.
Bay of Gifts, the Wiki Mancer.
There he is. And of course, Patrick, our own PJ.
PJ!
And that was it already.
Woo!
Well, I hope Swapper is method acting back there. We are actually going...
I'm an actor.
An actor. We had just left Sam in the tender, tender hands. I'm sorry, I'm so distracted by the cat being so cute. Sam is being led into the woods by two teenage girls. Having waved goodbye to Pris, having ignored Kai, and being unaware of Welby's presence, I'd like to very briefly pan back to town and ask what everyone's doing as I switch us back to party music, because the party is in fact still going in the town.
So, where would Pris and Sam be? Because Kai's kind of getting bored.
Yeah. Where is Pris? Sam's gone. Like, if you look around.
Oh, right.
If you look around.
Sorry, I meant Welby.
Oh, Welby.
It's the wrong Zoom screen, I'm sorry.
That's fair.
Yes.
I'm very confused.
Welby is they're going back and forth under the tables, constantly reaching up, trying to find whatever's in reach to bring down in Monchan.
Okay. I'm pretty sure you're getting a handful of cheeses, because they've notably been left behind by other people raiding the food supply.
Cheese is good.
There you can pick. I know some people have opinions on goat cheese. There is in fact cow cheese if you want to be, picky.
I mean, they all end the same, so it's all good.
Ew. And thank you for that. All right, so you have a nice platter of cheeses.
Can I scrounge up any crackers or bread to go with it?
Oh, there is a very, very good dark crusty bread. That's like, I don't know if I'm the only one about this, but like the crust and then just the layer within the crust are the best ones, and then you get sort of like the middle bit that's like meh. So these are like the small breads where just everything is the perfect ratio of crust to actual bread.
Yeah, so Welby is enjoying the bread, cheese, and gravy. What do we call that? I'll call it a snack.
I think this is, well, I was about to say, I think this is one of the better meals you've had recently.
Mm-hmm. It's much different than scouting around for, I don't know, mushrooms that may or may not be poisonous and acorns.
Some tubers. I mean, you're still here, so clearly the mushrooms weren't poisonous. Or if they were, they weren't lethal.
Yes, exactly. Just very irritating to the system.
I mean, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, at least in D&D in general.
So they say.
Okay. Pris is still with her dad's? Question mark?
Just finishing up a caramel apple.
Delicious.
It was very tasty.
Mint.
How long has Sam been gone?
At this point, 20 minutes, half an hour.
But it's starting to get dark?
It is as good as dark.
Because it's the shortest night, and I didn't see them come back.
Nope.
Should I be worried?
Yes. Let's just summarize this. Yes. Let's just say that neither, like you saw who he left with, and neither Allie nor Bridget is particularly well known for making good choices.
I'm gonna go.
And Sam isn't either. And the three of them are loose in the woods at the shortest night of the year.
I'm gonna go find Kai. And
Boy, Chris, I'm getting bored.
Kai, I'm a little nervous.
I mean, yeah, generally, but
well, yes, I know that's sort of how that works. But I saw Sam walk off into the woods with Allie, and it's getting dark, and I didn't see them come back.
So,
well,
oh wait, Sam. Yeah, right. You don't know shit about the woods. Let's go. Actually,
Yeah,
where's
there's Sam. They don't know anything, and I figured since you do, maybe
Doesn't know
we
anything.
we should go see if we can find them. I'm worried because it got dark.
Let me just. I look around to find Kaiser.
Kaiser?
Kaiser. Okay, canonically not pronounce that name.
I mean, she's only been your mentor for many years. Why would you ever need to learn her name?
It's fine. They just call her Hunter Lady.
Huntress, technically, but sure.
Hunter Lady.
I'm pretty sure every time you call her Hunter Lady, she hits you.
I didn't get my Constitution score for nothing. Oi! Do I find it? Well,
You're gonna go
basically,
find her?
They just shout through the festival, basically. Oi, Hunter Lady!
She merrily ignores you as she continues to dance. Not tonight, Kai.
Can I have your bow?
You can get the training's bow, as always.
Oh, come on. I don't want to shoot people or
No.
anything. Just, it's a friend of mine is in danger. It's their name is Sam.
Sam, Kaiser,
Sam.
Sam went off into the woods with Allie and the other one whose name I'm forgetting.
Bridget.
There's a lot of names in this town, and
Right.
Bridget.
So some of them are in chat. There's also peek behind the veil. There's a pinned post in the Discord.
I know.
I'm so happy to play a character with age intelligence.
No,
Bridget.
that's just
Oh,
Jordan's
wait, 12.
intelligence.
So Kaisa just sort of goes, I mean, they're old enough to decide what they want to do together.
But it's dark
yeah.
and they haven't come back.
And we know the woods are dangerous.
I'm well aware the woods are I've had a lot of
Yeah, I
beer.
thought so.
You don't have to
Yes,
come. I'm sure.
I didn't.
I'm sure if Kai had a real bow that they could be, just the two of us, or is Welby with us?
I think Welby's under a table somewhere.
Okay.
You can borrow the longbow.
Thank you. If we let's say somebody who can sneak back to kind of, I don't know, get somebody if something goes wrong. I'll find it over under the table.
You found somebody under the table?
Yeah, we're eating. Well, I can respect that actually.
Does that sound like
that? Kaisa's already going. Yeah. Well, technically, he's still a member of the village, and all the villagers were invited, so it's fine. He is on the sneaky side. I'll give him that.
Oh, you've seen Welby. I haven't seen Welby at all tonight.
Oh, apparently he's under a table, so that would explain it.
Yeah.
Look, okay,
What?
just if you're going to do this and you bring Welby, Kai,
Yeah.
be very, very careful.
You know, I
Remember
I'm
your
doing.
training. Remember what went wrong last time. Learn your
I
lesson.
know exactly what went wrong last time, with nothing of my fault. It just went wrong.
Pris, please be very careful.
Right, fuck you, dude.
I will be. I'm not the hunter here. I'll stay safely.
Well, neither is Kai. Just be mindful.
Well, our hunter's kind of drunk right now, so not really of much use.
Yeah.
Thank you, Kai.
Why don't you just say it yourself?
Can I just
Welby's
suggest you
not
bring
that
some
bad.
lanterns and some water? Do you have anything with you?
Yeah, I have.
Oh, I can grab some things from the inn.
Perfect.
Well, I'll
That's
get
right.
the
Sam went
longbow.
off just by himself, and he didn't bring any supplies. Oh no.
Of course he didn't. Okay, I'm gonna get the longbow. Pris, can you kind of get Welby?
Yeah, I'll grab a few things, and I'll.
Welby.
And Welby, apparently.
Cool. Okay, see you in a bit.
Okay.
And he kind of just, they kind of just disappear.
I'm gonna grab Welby first.
All right.
As I peek under the table, Welby.
The goose is mine. I found it fair and square.
That's okay. The food is for everyone, so you're as much welcome to take part in it as anybody. But we might need your help.
Oh, okay. Just so you know, I also found this jacket fair and square, and that pair of shoes.
Well, of course you
And-
did.
Oh, that's a nice hat. I found that too.
That is a very dapper hat.
Yes, just in case this one goes bad.
You look all ready for the festival today. It looks very nice. So Sam went off and hasn't come back, and I'm a little worried. Kai mentioned that you might be able to help.
I mean, sure.
Well, it's
What?
it's a little dangerous in the woods, and the more people who go, but most
What?
folks aren't
The woods aren't dangerous.
Aren't
I'm
in a
there
place-
all the time.
What?
I'm there all the time. The woods aren't dangerous.
Well, say then you're perfect. Between you and Kai, I don't often go into the woods myself, but you and Kai would know the way, and I know which direction Sam went off, so we could go find him together.
All right. I mean, I'm obviously very trustworthy. Everyone here likes me, so I don't see why not.
I like you, Welby.
Yay. You think I'm trustworthy? You think the town likes me, right?
I think. You know what? Let's go find Kai.
There wasn't a no.
All right. Welby surfaces from underneath his table. You run to the inn for some things.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd say everybody drink your water. You gotta hydrate. So the lanterns in this particular case are with candles and not the fancy oil kind. So candlelight. It's not a great radius, but it's better than nothing, especially in the woods. So you grab some lanterns, some water skins. Welby has... He has a lot of things that may or may not... Well, they're his now. And you meet up with Kai. Do you take anything else from Kai's store?
Don't think so, no.
Right.
He just said the longbow, and the longbow is what they take.
Perfect. I'll assume you bring arrows.
Well, of course. Or I have a bow, or oh, fuck.
I just throw the bow at someone.
I
alright,
am
so-
proficient in longbow, so I hope I know
I thought
that
you were going to say
arrows are
proficient in
required.
thrown weapons, but I'll take longbow.
I'm not proficient in thrown.
All right. You meet up at the edge of town to start your search for... Well, I was almost going to say Sam and his harem, but that might be a little inaccurate. Sam and his girls.
Sounds like a TV show.
Can I get a survival check from the person trying to find out?
Went.
Can I help because I know I saw which way Sam had gone?
Yes.
Okay. So is that advantage or just straight?
Advantage.
Okay. That is a 19 in
Alright.
total.
Fortunately, they were being very uncareful of where they were walking, and they cut a wide path through the undergrowth. Sam, you're in the woods with Bridget and Allie. Any casual conversation as you travel along?
I mean, it's such a beautiful night. The festival was really cool. And you say this town does that every year?
Yeah, every year. Same games, same riddles.
Same riddles?
Well, no, Annis has been helping, but Mabin used the same riddles a lot, which is why Annis is helping. I don't think she's very good at it yet, but, you know, at least she's trying. I mean, Mabin is what, 100? I mean, she's gonna die at some point. Might as well have someone ready to take over.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. I mean, people don't live forever. I mean, unless they're like an elf or something, and then they live significantly longer than I'll live.
How long do you live? Because you're part elf. Which half of you is elf? How
I
does
think
that
it's like
work?
mixed in. Like, yeah, we'll go with that because I don't really know. I'm not very good at elf things, and I'm not very good at human things.
Oh, surely you're good at something.
I mean, a lot of people say that I'm good at reading books. That's me.
Once again, can you roll me a perception check?
It's a 21.
A 21. So while you're having this not at all awkward conversation with Allie, while Bridget silently trudges behind you, you see a very tall fern featuring a golden flower that seems to glow in the dim light. At the same time you see it, Allie and Bridget see it. And they do this. I'm not going to do it again because people's eardrums are precious goods. But they do this horrendous teenage girl exciting scream. You know, the ones when they like
The
see
squee?
each other. Yeah, just the squeeing and that sound comes out of both of them, and they just rush forward. They're sprinting away from you, and as they do so, they actually cross a circle of mushrooms on the ground you hadn't noticed yet. And as they step into this wonderful fairy circle, the fern disappears and Allie and Bridget fall to the ground, unconscious.
Okay, so the fern disappeared. Is the mushroom circle still there?
Yes, and as the girls fall down, you couldn't tell quite how the landscape went from where you were, but as they fall, they actually start sliding down what appears to be like an embankment, as in you can't really see them anymore as they tumble down, and you can hear, after a little bit, you hear a splash.
Okay, well, I mean, the minute I saw them, like, moving, I think I would try to at least grab one of them.
All right.
Because I also would cast Mage Hand to help, so that's an additional, like, slow buff that I could have done at range before I can, like, grab them.
Mage Hand does like 10 pounds.
Hey, I mean, it slows a little bit.
Roll me. I'm going to give you a really high DC dex check.
Okay, well, this will be bad. So, that's a 4. I don't get a modifier for that. That's a 4.
All right. Well, in that case, it didn't really matter how high the DC was because you're, not quick enough, I think would be the best description. And they tumble down this embankment. Again, you hear that sort of splash.
Oh,
and then
goodness.
It's suddenly very, very quiet.
Do I see water below me?
How much closer do you go?
Oh, I'm not gonna let them drown. They're my good friends. I'll holler out. Oh gosh. Oh geez. Well, I fell in the water. Oh, this is not great. Nope. And I'm gonna jump in.
All right, you. All right. You jump in. It's not the deepest pool. It's like a nice little forest pool. There's a little trickling brook. Lovely moonlight. Like, if your friends weren't in trouble, it would be very idyllic. But I'm going to assume you don't pay a lot of mind to what is happening. As you're rushing down this slope and head towards the water. I mean, so far you've done really well on perception checks, so I'd assume you'd see Bridget and Allie lying on the riverbank, completely soaked, uninjured, but still unconscious. They look like someone dragged them out of the water and put them next to each other on the riverbank.
Oh, geez. Oh, gosh. How am I gonna drag? Oh, I'm not gonna be able to drag them up that hill again. Oh, this is not great. I will run over to the two of them, and I think I will the first thing I would do would be check their pulse.
Yep.
I think.
Make a medicine check, please,
Okay.
Mr. Healer Man.
This is everything I've been trained for. If I roll in
It
that
is-
one, I'm gonna
this is
give
your
it up and be a
moment.
barbarian.
This is your moment.
Okay, so that's not terrible. I am proficient in that with my background.
Mhm.
That is a +5 to a 14, so a 19 total.
A 19 total. They're not dead. They are, you're smart enough, you've read enough. Clearly, they've been put into a magical sleep by the water of this river. Fortunately, you saw them before you splashed into the water yourself. It's probably wise not to enter or touch the water. Drinking it would probably be an even worse idea.
Would I know, mechanically, I know that, elves are kind of resistant to sleep spells and, charm spells.
Yes.
Would I have that measure of protection if I had to cross the river to get them, or anything like that? Or to get them back up the hill?
It's hard to tell. I don't think you've ever, out of game, yes.
Mhm.
In game,
Okay.
I don't know Sam would know this.
Yeah, I don't think
I don't think you've met a lot of sleep spells in your life.
Well, my mom's a mage.
Yeah. Did she experiment on you? Do we need to talk
No,
about your childhood?
Probably not.
I
And
have
I
a
probably
sofa
wasn't
for
listening. Yeah, I probably wasn't listening even if she did.
Yeah, there you go.
So, knowing that they are alive, I think I would stay with them and I would just kind of holler out for help. I don't think I would go anywhere. I think survival mode kicks in of I shouldn't go anywhere.
Yep. I mean, valid. So, bearing that in mind, and just the sheer amount of noise you're making, it really doesn't take very long for the rest of the group to hear your charming voice. Very distinct voice, echoing through the woods. You already had a good survival check, so you're already heading in the correct direction. And at some point you hear Sam screeching something about Allie and Bridget unconscious, and something about needing help. Chris, Kai, Welby, there's dark
Yeah,
woods,
one-
but you're pretty sure where you're going.
One quick thing, as they all entered the woods, Kay just changed basically completely. Like the posture went this wonderfully smooth, kind of relaxed, but still on edge kind of thing. And they just completely changed because forest. They know their shit. Like the way they step and so on and so forth, kind of just... There's a kind of deep respect there. As far as somebody like Kay can respect things.
A little bit like Pris in the library. You're in your terrain. I'm not going to say favorite terrain because that has mechanical consequences for a class you haven't chosen. But this is your happy place. In the
I
sense
think we
that your
found
happy
them.
place can still murder you.
That's the best happy place. I think we
True.
found them.
Oh. Well, I'm glad we came, but oh no.
I mean,
We should go quickly.
it's just
Yeah,
one
well.
scream. I'm sure they're fine.
I mean, it kind of continues screaming. I'd rather be worried if there was one screaming than nothing.
Exactly.
Right, let's go.
We can't just leave them. Let's go.
Yeah, they kind of take off. The longbow in their hand, an arrow knocked.
You take off towards the sound of Sam's voice, and as you I think Kai would at least spot the mushroom circle. There's a mild slope down towards a forest stream, and at the bottom of the slope you see Sam with Ali and Bridget unconscious next to him.
I am awkwardly pacing, like, oh no, oh gosh, this is terrible.
What does
Boy.
Chris know about like fairy circles? And I imagine that she's probably read plenty of fairy stories about things like this.
Roll me an intelligence check.
Perfect.
See how much you remember in a dark forest in the shortest night of the year, faced with your unconscious friends.
I mean, that's a natural 20,
Very
and I have a
nice.
+3 to my intelligence.
All right. So fairy circles are. This is the first time you've seen one in real life, but you've read about them. Rings of mushrooms are not always fairy circles. Sometimes they're allegedly portals to other planes, specifically the kinds that witches like. But more often, they're the domain of more fayish creatures. There's stories of people entering a mushroom circle and falling asleep for hundreds of years before waking up and finding time passed without them. There's stories of people entering magic mushroom circles. That came out wrong. Magical mushroom circles and ending up, something that sounds a lot like the Feywild. There's also stories of mushroom circles that aren't necessarily tied to the Fae necessarily, but to more local type monsters. Well, monster might be a big word. Creatures. They're often more along the lines of spirits rather than strictly Fae. And that last bit is you get because you get a 20. You can't tell which type this would be. And you're pretty sure, considering the fact they rolled pretty much out of the circle into the water, the circle is not what put them to sleep. Water is.
I would suggest that we avoid going near the fairy circle anyway.
I mean,
Yeah, that's
there's no
fair
reason you
assumption.
can't have several dangerous things near each other, right?
Can Welby tell?
Chris, is that you?
Sam, we're here!
Oh, that's great.
Sorry.
I've never been so glad to see other people before.
What the fuck are you doing?
Well, we were just walking, then there was a glowing fern, and then they ran towards it, they stepped on the mushroom circle, then they passed out and rolled down here. I came down here and something must have pulled them out of the water.
Well, what do
that's
you want to do?
pretty much everything.
Oh, Welby's gonna start. Can Welby tell if the mushrooms are poisonous or not?
Roll me a nature check.
Nature check.
Nature goes on intelligence. I don't think you have a background in nature.
That's an 11.
An 11. Ah, they're fine.
Cool. Welby just starts collecting mushrooms from the circle.
Perfect.
There are loud protests, okay? What the fuck are you doing? That's a circle, you don't fuck with the circle.
You want one?
No, I don't want one.
I
Have you never heard of the Fae?
I'm pretty sure they're not poisonous. Let's try and
Yeah,
take
no,
it.
of course they're not poisonous, not what I'm talking about. You
Oh, sweet. I'd eat one.
don't, no, wait, oh god. Please,
It's
please.
delicious.
It's a good harvest today.
I
Definitely.
think you need a proper slap, mate. That was really stupid.
What do you mean? It's food.
Oh my god.
I think the real danger is what's inside the mushroom circle rather than the mushrooms themselves. I don't know.
I mean, it's more
My
of a
books are
half
not-
circle now, but
We might still want to avoid it. I'm going to run down to Sam really quickly.
Right. As you're running down to Sam, who is apparently very relieved to see you. I think, Sam, you're facing Chris?
I think I'd be facing like at an angle. Like I would
Yeah.
be keeping the girls like in my sight.
Okay. So
Because I think
Chris-
Sam was behind them.
Yeah.
So like Sam's looking over them towards
Yeah.
Chris.
So, Pris, as you're coming down this slope, Sam is talking to you. Allie and Bridget are on the ground, soaking wet, completely out of it. And behind Sam, sitting on a very large stone that's jutting out into the water, you see a woman sitting quite comfortably. Big dark eyes, long braid of white hair, wearing a fairly basic tunic that looks a little wet, bare legs.
Sam,
Yeah, I mean, I'm standing right here. What's up?
has she always been there?
Who?
As you say this, she pushes herself off of the stone and disappears below the surface of the pond. So as Sam turns around, you just see ripples in the water.
There was
Did a fish jump?
No, there was a woman standing right there, or sitting right there.
Oh, well, I didn't see anyone.
As you say this, she rises from the water, just uncomfortably close to you. And she just says to you, your friends won't wake.
Is she speaking
Very
in common,
few.
or?
Yes, at this point she
Okay.
is. Very few can withstand the enchantments of my pool. You can call me Rosalka. That is what I am. Perhaps you would care to give me your names, so I know what to call my unexpected guests.
Man, well, I guess first things first, thank you for, pulling my friends out of the pool.
You're welcome.
My name is Sam.
Sam.
Hi,
Okay.
I'm Pris. Everybody calls me Pris.
Your short friend eating my mushrooms?
I'm Welby.
Those are your mushrooms.
No, I found them. They're my mushrooms.
Interesting. And the angry one.
My name's Kay. Pronouns they, them. Is this your place?
For now.
Okay.
So they won't wake up? Is there any way we can fix them, help them?
Normally I could lift the enchantment, but I haven't the strength right now.
Oh.
Why? What happened?
Well, actually I was about to leave when you came crashing in. I was about to embark on my journey across the forest to reclaim my heart. And I don't have a lot of time. I must return to my pond before dawn. So
What happens if you don't?
I fill another year.
Another year? I'm sorry. Who? I'm so curious. Who are you exactly?
I am a Rizalka. I am unable to leave the water of this pond where I live, except for once a year. This night, the night of Midsummer's Eve. Last year, I wandered, not in my pool for a night. I came across the ruin of, I think you call it a church. I met someone, and we spent the night together. We separated before dawn, so I could make it back to my pool. And I returned here and realized I left my heart behind. And I intend to reclaim it.
What,
So
do you
get-
have to eat it, or how do you reclaim
Why would I
it?
need to eat my own heart? I just need to collect it.
I don't know. Like, eating is part of life, isn't it?
You chew what you eat. I need my heart whole, intact.
I mean, I've seen snakes, like, eating whole mice. So we're getting off track here. It's just... Are you
she's not
part
a
of a
snake.
forest?
I mean,
I know,
medically,
I
how do
didn't
you
mean
live
that.
without a heart?
I mean, are you sure you're
Well,
not just
magically.
hungry? You need a mushroom?
I'll thank you to stop eating my mushrooms as well.
Can we help you get your heart back? I mean, they're my best friends. I need to make sure they're okay.
I think that's an accord we can strike. You help me retrieve my heart before dawn. I awaken your friends.
Done.
Absolutely. Of course we would help,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
You say, of course. You wouldn't be the first to shun me. Anyway, it's quite a distance across the woods, and without my heart, I tire very easily. I was going to ask my friend Aspen for help.
Who's that?
They're a local dryad. Going to ask for help traveling through the trees. But Aspen's celebrating midsummer in some field or meadow, like every year. But it's almost an hour's hike away, and like I said, I'm not particularly strong. So if you were to escort me, that'd be a great help.
Will our friends be safe here?
Oh, yes. Nothing can harm them in my area.
Like, really nothing? Or just not the normal nothings?
I'm sure an archfey is stronger than I am, but I haven't seen one of
What's an
those around
archfey?
in quite a while.
Right.
Do I
So
believe
you're
her?
saying it's not...
You can roll an insight check.
Things that I'm very good at.
These are my strong points.
Yay.
Yay.
That is a 15.
A 15. She certainly believes that you have to be archfey levels of competent for anything to harm the girls in her area. This is her pond.
Perfect.
Would it help, like, if you carried some of your pond with you? Would you be able to move?
No. I tried seeing how far I could swim before, but there's too many dead ends. So a hike it is.
Well, okay. That sounds easy enough. I mean, Kai and Welby both have spent a lot of time in these woods, so I'm sure they'll be a great help.
Oh, do you know the meadow I speak of? It has many dandelions and a number of large flat stones.
Do I know the meadow she speaks of?
There are several options within an hour's hike.
Have I passed out in one of these options?
You definitely have at some point.
A few of those, like, can you specify which one?
Not really, but I usually sort of know where Aspen is.
Alright, so...
Well, just
We
sort of
just-
head in that direction.
Sure.
she-
Anything dangerous we should be aware of?
It's Midsummer's Eve. There's a lot of things we should be aware of.
As
Shall we?
totally unspecific.
Look, everything fey, most things cursed. humans who are bored or thinking they're hunting exciting things. Elves drunk on whichever connection to the Fae they decide to claim this part of here. The woods tend to be a little crowded on Midsummer's Eve.
Alright, and we just be careful though.
Oh, I just hope we don't meet. Oh, never mind. I'm not going to jinx this. And she touches a tree. She touches a tree and it sort of glows a little. And she goes, yes, this way. And starts heading off in a direction deeper into the forest.
Welby,
Yes?
can you still eat in the forest for like a night?
Maybe?
I'll phrase that as a
Speaking of
question,
which,
but I'm gonna shoot
Welby-
your kneecaps if you do.
So I'd say, speaking of which, Welby, can I have a charisma saving throw?
Charisma saving throw. Okay. Well, that was a 5.
Oh no!
You feel absolutely fine.
That's 6 total. Oh, good, I'm fine. Yay.
You feel absolutely fine.
Wonderful.
Feel is a strong word.
You feel maybe a little lightheaded, but fine.
Well, I'm gonna go because they're my friends and I have to take care of them. And I mean, given this was their idea, but like, I've got to take care of my friends.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I'll get that, I think.
Yeah,
Let's get on with it.
Yeah, I mean,
And
if it
don't
happened to
eat
you
the
two, I would
forest.
take care of you as well. Like, you're my friends, I think.
You would.
Why can't I eat
We
the
are
forest?
friends, Sam. Of course we are.
Yeah, you're the only one that takes me into the woods when I want to find stupid herbs.
Oh. Okay, yeah, sure. Yeah, fine.
Sure.
I'll do that.
Don't mention the part where it's only because Kaisa sent you.
Alright, let's go.
All right,
Wait, so Sam's allowed to eat herbs from the forest, but I can't eat mushrooms?
I don't eat herbs from the forest.
Also, just not my mushrooms. There's other mushrooms. Just try and make sure they're not somebody else's before you eat them, or they might be upset.
Oh, what are these other mushrooms?
Just look around carefully.
Cool.
I'm already walking.
Also,
Remind me, Welby, were you wearing shoes?
I found shoes, but I don't think I put them on.
Were you wearing them?
I'm
Or
gonna say
are
no.
you like on little halfling bare feet?
I'm gonna say I'm barefoot.
You're barefoot. So as you're walking along, rather than having the nice little fluffy halfling feet, after a few steps, it sounds a little different, like a little more clippity-cloppity. And you look down and you have this cute little satyr feet.
How interesting. It seems to be a bit more of a hop to my step these days. Those are some really good mushrooms.
Spoiler alert, those boots you found aren't going to fit you anymore.
I mean, I can try.
Is Welby still carrying the mushrooms? Or
Are
did
you?
he eat all of them?
Did you collect any, or did you just...
Well, I'm pretty sure I've got them in my hand, just, eating them like cherries.
Oh, am I perceptive enough to hear the clickety clacks and realize that?
Yeah, and like if he hits one of those semi-underground tree roots, you hear a dull thud instead of nothing because it's currently goat feet.
Okay. I will turn around because I think Sam's probably in the front. Well, with the Rusalka.
Rusalka.
Rusalka. Blah, blah, blah. And
Rusalka. Met een rus.
Rusalka.
Rusalka.
So I'll turn around and oh my gosh, I'll see this transformation. I'm gonna try and like smack the mushrooms out of their hand.
Do you resist the smackage, Welby?
Yeah, it's my food.
All right. In that case, I think we're going with opposed dex checks. So both roll a dex check and see who's the quicker.
Is this save or just
even.
straight dex?
Just straight dex.
Okay.
I got a 14.
Kitty, you're in my dice tray.
Stream kitty.
I think I just rolled an 11.
So we have a 14 and an 11.
Yeah.
I hate to break it to you, Welby, but Sam smacks your mushrooms out of your hand.
Like, no. What the hell? I was eating those.
Yeah, I know you were eating those. You know how I know? Because you don't have feet anymore.
Wait, what?
Am I not walking? I obviously have feet.
Yeah, why don't you look down? You have goat feet.
What?
Little hoofses.
Oh.
Halfling
again.
appropriate sized satyr hoofs.
Did you say again?
Well, I mean, you know, mushrooms. That
Also,
happens.
as these mushrooms get smacked out of his hand and they fly through the air a little, you know how it's this little glitter dust trail before they sort of poof into nothingness? No collecting them off the ground, they're gone.
Oh. Now we gotta
As
find
we-
another circle of mushrooms.
I mean, I think for now you should probably find someone to uncurse you, but, you know, we've already got some curses to break, so you're probably out of luck until next year.
I mean, for curse, it's pretty awesome.
I'm sure those hooves could come in handy somehow. Footy? Is that how that works? Probably not.
I mean, my legs are really warm.
Well, I mean, they're not your normal feet. Like, don't you want them back?
Maybe.
I guess you.
It's
I
about
guess
to
they
ask how
weren't
attached
attached
are
to
you
them.
your feet, but exactly.
There's
Thank you,
no
Graham.
feet.
You were going to the same place I was.
Yeah, I spent the past, like, 30 seconds being like, is Sam
No.
smart enough or socially aware enough to make a pun?
Anyway,
Uh,
any more?
so-
Yeah.
No, I guess I'm gonna just start hoofing it.
Me too.
I was so ready for someone to say that. Of course, it was you. All right, as you're hoofing it through these forests.
I would like to sidelob to. Can we see? What's Rusaka?
Yep.
Okay, I would like to sidelob to her. Kind of just very awkwardly begin a conversation.
Please do.
So, like, do you get company often?
No. Actually, finding someone to spend last Midsummer's Eve with was first time in a very long time.
No, I mean, like, when you're normally in your pond, are there, like, people drinking out of that or something?
Depends a little on who you call people. It's mainly the Fae. But hanging out with Fae is very tiresome.
Or,
Really?
Like, any.
Yeah, they always. A lot of them. I shouldn't be rude. A lot of them are just really into like trying to trick you or trying to be more clever than you. There's only so many riddles I want to hear, you know?
Oh my god, yes.
Like, we're going to see Aspen, and I haven't seen Aspen in a while. And
But
he
do
he hangs out with these other Fae, and they also like to make up riddles. And they also drink and dance, which is nicer. But sometimes, I also don't mind being alone. I really like my pond. I don't, if
You
someone
have a
doesn't come
nice
by for
pond.
6 months, that's pretty good.
You have a pretty nice pond. Why do you even want to go away from it? If I had a spot where I wouldn't need to talk with people for like 6 months, that's
The
that's
thing
pretty
is,
good.
I can't only leave once a year, so if I don't go, I'll be upset the rest of the year that I didn't go because I might be missing out on something. So
I
once
mean,
a
yeah,
year
but
I
you have a
go.
pretty pond. But not many people have a pond.
I have a pretty pond all year round. I can leave it for a night.
Yeah.
Besides, last year, I mean, it's terrible. I left my heart behind, but other than that, totally worth it.
All
I
right.
don't know if you've
Okay.
ever been with a succubus, but
What's a succubus?
you should ask your friends. I don't think I'm the one who needs to decide you need this knowledge right now.
Has Pris read about succubuses?
Of course you have.
Yeah.
And their friends, the incubi.
Yep.
Were they like fantasy fiction novels about succubuses and not actual?
Oh yeah,
You have-
definitely
you
that
have-
novel, Infernal Delights.
Oh,
By Dora Noberts.
Yeah. You have the regular books from the clerics about how terrible succubi are, and then you
Sure.
have the fan fictions that makes you think maybe the clerics aren't quite doing things right, maybe.
I definitely, there are certain books that Pris has read, and it's not the cleric books.
There you go. I don't think Kai read those books though, so part of the question stands.
it didn't.
Rosalka, you're going to have to tell me everything about the, but,
I've been
Kai, I'll give you some
informed that-
books later.
I don't want books.
Oh. You might like these ones, though.
Some of them about your. Was it like you tried to show me books before, like on the thing you were, we were kind of looking about, and those books were, a bit weird.
They were, these are different books. They're very good.
All right. Okay. Right. And let's go and find that meadow, right? Let's go.
Yeah, it sounds like a wonderful
We have a
idea.
meadow to find.
You have a meadow to find, indeed. Awkward conversations about succubi left behind, unless someone has anything incredibly pressing to do in these woods. I am personally happy to fast forward to you finding this meadow. There you go. Welby, you have definitely passed out in this meadow before. It's actually a really nice meadow. There's a number of those large weathered stones. There's now the meadow, because there's not so much trees directly around it, there's actual some moonlight. There's also some like soft little twinkly light globes that dance around in the air. They're like really tiny dandelion seeds that aren't normally here. On one of the flat stones rests, I'm going to assume once again that it's of particular interest to both Welby and Kai, cakes, honey breads, baskets woven out of living branches with fruit you've never seen before, incredibly pale cheese that actually looks a little bit like it's made of moonlight. There's dark wine in these fancy, oh god, what's the word I'm looking for? Those super fancy glasses on the stem with the foot, a goblet, I think, that look like crystal, but if you get closer, they're really cold and they're made of ice. And nearby, on smaller stones, are 3 figures. One of them having little feetsies, surprisingly like Welby's. So you have 2 Fae and 1 Satyr. And Rosalka happily shows up, ignores there's a male Fae that she is clearly ignoring as she greets the Satyr, Forsythia, and Aspen by name quite warmly, and ushers you in to greet them as well. You're invited to stay and join the party.
All right. With this much food, I don't need to eat mushrooms.
The male Fae that was studiously ignored by Rosalka actually offers you some of the cheese. And behind him, you see Rosalka and Aspen going,
take the cheese?
I sort of nudge. I feel like I wouldn't maybe not take the cheese. It sounds like it looks delicious. But I'm
What
very
does the cheese
full.
do?
Oh, I'm just offering hospitality to our guests. Stay a while.
That sounds proper sinister.
It's rude not to eat the food they offer, yo.
I mean, not if it's Faye. Well, I mean, sorry, is that? I mean, you've been like.
Well, I
I
mean,
don't
we
know.
really can't stay a while. We have to get her heart by the dawn, right?
All right, we'll have something to do. Right.
Yes, we do. It seems very lovely here, and this seems like a wonderful party.
Yes. We've offered our hospitality, and yet you've offered none in return.
Oh, I have
Well,
shoes.
we're just here. We're just here to help Rusalka.
You entered our meadow during a feast. You must make an offering before you can leave.
Do I have anything on me?
Oh, do you?
That's the real question.
What kind of an offering?
Oh, stories, music, dancing, food, exciting beverages, yourselves, of course.
Do we all-
Always a valid choice to offer yourself. It's fine.
Oh,
Which
do
one
we-
of these options are going to get me out of here faster?
Whichever one you can obtain and share with us right now.
If you-
Although, honestly, offering yourself, I don't know, you look like you would take quite some time.
No, it'd probably be like 3 minutes tops. So maybe a story.
Wonderful. And you see both the satyr and Aspen sit next to this just kind of mean-looking fae, and you're gonna scoot over and get ready for story time.
So anyways, story. How about the story about how we came to be here?
Fascinating. Do start.
So there I was with my 2 best friends, Bridget and Aliona, and they were telling me about a wondrous glowing fern that can grant wishes.
I'm sorry. Such childish tales. Do continue.
And it only
What
appears once a
nonsense
year.
these people believe.
And well, anyways, I saw it.
Mm-hmm. Of course you did.
And anyways, so the 3 of us were going in the woods in the middle of the night, which was probably a really bad idea. And there we were saying about what we would wish for, if we could wish for. Bridget was like, I want a pony. And Aliona wants a house and 2 goats and servants to take care of her. And I didn't really tell them what I want to wish for because,
like
you know,
Aliona.
that's really personal stuff.
What did you wish for, Sam?
Well, I didn't wish for anything yet because I didn't make my wish.
What would you wish for?
That's not part of the story.
Isn't it, though? Sounds like it's the most fascinating part.
Well, I guess I hadn't decided what I wanted to wish for because I didn't 100% believe in the story, and I figure if something is a true wish, it'll come to you in the moment rather than be planned for.
Unplanned wishes, that's adorable. I hope you get one at some point. Sounds
And-
quite entertaining, at the very least.
Yeah, so anyways, there we were, going through the woods. We found the fern, and they rushed forward, and there was a circle, a mushroom circle, and they ran into it, and then they passed out, and then they fell into her pond, or stream. Was it a stream or a pond? I forget, out of character.
It is the stream leads into a pond, so both.
Okay, so they fell into both, and then that brings us to here. So we have to break the curse on them before the end of the festival.
Huh. Sam, darling, you're a terrible storyteller, but I like you. Now,
Thanks.
what's the rest of you
wait.
offering?
Wait, was that Aspen that was saying it, or was that...
No, that was the currently unnamed Milfay.
Okay.
Aspen is currently hobnobbing it up with Rusalka a little ways away.
Okay. I didn't get your name.
Nyokken.
Oh, Sam.
I know.
Give a handshake.
He has very soft hands that are very strong.
Well, it's a pleasure to meet you.
Indeed. You're just delightful and just so unguarded. I like it.
Well, that seems very like a poor choice of words.
Does it though? I thought it was really quite deliberate. Now, what are your lovely friends offering for the feast?
Oh, we all have to offer up something.
Well, you're all
Suppose-
guesting.
Yes, that makes sense.
Sorry, this soft meow was just so well timed.
Beautiful.
So cute.
We offer the cat? One pat per person.
I don't have much to offer, but I used to sing once upon a time.
Wonderful. Do entertain.
All right. This is my parents used to sing to me. I know you. I waltzed with you once upon a dream. I know you. The gleam in your eyes is so familiar a gleam. And I know it's true that visions are seldom what they seem. But if I knew you, I know what you'll do. You'll love me at once, the way you did once upon a dream.
Marvelous. Just marvelous. Thank you, my dear.
Thanks. Oh,
I don't think I've
Will that
actually heard
do?
that song before. Oh, yes. Wonderful. Oh, you're darling. Do come back next year.
oh, that's very kind of you.
Once again, Rosalga Bine's going, do not come back next year. This is not going to end well for you. Now, gentlemen, I have the feeling one of you isn't necessarily the giving type, but please do try.
All gentlemen.
No, I wasn't talking to you. You're just angry. I like it.
If you put these shoes in water, they can make a decent soup. I mean, it's passable.
How utterly disgusting. But I'll take your boots if that's what you're offering.
Sure. I mean, yeah, I guess.
Thank you kindly. And he sort of takes your shoes, like the absolute minimum of touching them. Like if you look at it properly, he isn't actually touching them as they sort of hover away from you. And he goes, I mean, that's roughly what I expected from someone like you. Well then,
Well,
I'm going to
Don't
assume you're not
know.
giving me the longbow. And I don't necessarily
No,
need
it's
to
not mine
receive
to
any
give.
more of your attitude. So what are you giving?
I don't really have anything not as good as they just did to prison. But I can give you something that's perhaps a bit more familiar. I will unfortunately not sing since I did not prepare a song, but Kay will. Yeah, sorry, 5 minutes of preparation isn't enough. They will not sing in Common or Elvish. They will sing in Sylvan. So it's kind of this very beautiful language that kind of sounds like a river, kind of just flowing along. And they will sing this song of a dryad who was kind of bound to a tree, and she fell in love with a huntsman who then proceeded to chop down the tree in order to bring her back. Unfortunately, she couldn't leave and died, and it was all very sad and very unconventionally sensible. During that entire time, they looked like seriously on edge and very, very, very uncomfortable.
So, as both of you look around, as the song about just sad, star-crossed lover dryads is being sung, both Aspen and Rusalka are just bawling. The sad little dryads that they are. The song really speaks to them. The male fae, Nokken, just sort of looks at them with a... He clearly considers them at least moderately pathetic. But it was a valiant offering. Hideous language, but thank you. So, I don't say this often, but there's more to you than I thought. I appreciate that. Still, though, I'd rather have the girl come back next year and leave you behind, but that's for next year, shall we say. Well, thank you.
It was wonderful, Kai.
Will there be food next year?
Well, let's move on. Let's just go.
All right. Aspen is going to go ahead and lead you and the Rusalka, Rusalka, to a tree on the edge of this meadow. Please remove any iron objects from your persons. The trees don't appreciate it.
Are the arrow tips made of iron or stone?
I'm good with saying stone, just to not leave you completely unarmed, because I know that would make Kai even more obnoxious.
I think Wilby drops a bunch of silverware that was collected over the night.
Collected.
I kind of jumps at the sound.
There's a loud clatter behind all of you.
Like, well, I found it. It's mine.
I
Putting
think
that on a t-shirt before this campaign is over.
Sam takes off like an amulet that they have had. They just kind of like set it right next to the silverware.
Is Chris wearing any iron?
I just have a little dagger. I don't know if that counts.
It really does.
Yeah, I will. That's all. It's just the one little dagger.
Sets it
Yeah.
down.
I don't think Sam brought their dagger with them.
You have alright, you have the little sickle. Was it your sickle silver? Your
For
herb, your Sam's herb cutting implement.
Oh, I don't think we ever said if it was silver or
Okay.
steel,
then
but we
it's-
can say it's silver if you want.
Oh, the DM is accidentally giving me a very fancy item that is worth way more money than anyone else has? No.
What?
I thought I only had a dagger and a quarterstaff,
I mean, that works. It's a dagger and a quarterstaff.
but I didn't think I brought either of them with me.
I
out
don't think
to
so
the
either. I
festival,
mean, you were
so-
going into the woods with two girls. Why would you need your dagger or your quarterstaff?
Yeah.
Many reasons.
Sam isn't the suspicious type, I sometimes get the feeling.
I wasn't talking suspicious.
Anywho, having rid yourself of iron implements, Aspen casts the Tree Stride spell on all of you.
Before he does that, kind of, Cade just sidles up to them. Does the iron hurt you?
Not necessarily me, but the trees don't like it, and it can make the spell not work as well. And it would be unfortunate if you get stuck in a tree.
Oh, alright. It was just a weird thing to do.
What's a weird thing to do?
I mean, like just putting all the iron away. That's weird, isn't it?
Well, you know, a lot of fey creatures don't like iron, so if you want to make enemies of fey creatures, you should definitely keep them around.
Specifically iron or other metals too?
You know, I think that's something for you to find out as you grow up a little.
Chris makes a note to research iron in the Fae, metals in the Fae.
Medals and Defeat.
I think you all
Chapter
see
4.
Welby's trying to sneak off to the table to get some food.
I think Sam's just gonna let him.
I was about to say, does anyone stop him?
Nope.
Yeah. Let him fall to
Welby's
sleep.
on their own.
If we'll be sneaking,
Yeah.
probably not.
I'm pretty sure Aspen sees it's like, excuse me, I'm trying to cast a spell.
Can we just for the road?
No,
But I'm hungry.
you'd have to make more offerings in return. I believe you were in a time crunch. And the Rusalka is just already ready to go through the tree.
Fine.
Please keep up. I wouldn't want you to get lost in the forest behind me. We'll be going from tree to tree.
I feel like I've read about this somewhere.
Oh god. Oh goodness. All right. This is gonna be crazy.
Yes, it would be, I can imagine, quite a unique experience for a lot of you.
We just walk into the tree.
Yes, I've been told by other non-Fae I've done this with that it feels a little strange because you go into the tree, you go from inside this tree to the inside of the other tree of the same kind, and I've heard that moving from tree to tree is a little strange. Do try not to barf inside a tree; they get very upset.
It's kind of like water, isn't it?
Sure. Sure. Yes, it is. Sure. Do try and keep up. I will be moving between trees, in between tree strides. So don't get too far behind. We only have until dawn, and your offering, it was lovely, but it took very long. And she just, thank you, Aspen, steps into a tree. And it's gone.
I will run after.
Yep.
Oh,
Sam
and-
rushes in.
All right.
Within the next 8 seconds, incidentally.
No, that is transport via plants.
Okay.
Tree start is up to a minute.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
fancy.
All right.
You can move from a tree to a tree of the same kind within 500
1,000
yards?
meters.
Feet. I'm sorry, I don't usually do Imperial. Feet. So you're basically moving from tree to tree to tree. Welby, are you coming?
Welby looks longingly at the food while heading towards the tree.
All right. And you grumpily enter the tree. I'm assuming last. And that's where we'll end for tonight. We'll see what you find at the other side of the tree next week. Surely
sounds
nothing could
weirdly
possibly
ominous.
go wrong, right?
Yeah.
Nothing.
What's that you're talking
Everything so
about? It's just
far
a
has been
tree.
ominous.
This is fine.
It's the amount of detail on the moon cheese.
I have been
Disconcerting.
I've been lauded for my descriptions, and it's not always ominous, okay? Sometimes I just like setting the atmosphere.
This is an ominous atmosphere setting.
It is an ominous atmosphere I'm setting. Isn't it great?
It is great.
Totally
Very
fine.
fun.
Everything is fine. Also, I'm super happy tech issues got resolved and people got to pet the cat.
Yay.
Yay.
Kitties.
All right, let's quickly go around and tell people who we are and what we do and when we do it.
Okay, who wants to start?
I'll start with Pris again because she got to
Okay.
go first time. So
Yay.
let's do the same order.
Perfect. Hello, I'm Jordan, aka the Lady Dame, and I play Pris. You can find me everywhere on the internet at the Lady Dame. Almost everywhere, anyway. Let's see. I am here obviously Wednesdays, but also on Fridays for the next couple of weeks as we wrap up our Sunsets on Summer, the Elder Scrolls 5e campaign. We're hitting the end of that. It's been really fun and I'm going to miss it terribly. I'm also over on the Goldheart Gaming channel. We'll be returning from hiatus in the Descent into Avernus campaign every other Monday, starting I think at the end of this month, crossing fingers that all goes well there. And then I stream on my own channel. If you are curious about my schedule, that's posted on my Twitter at the moment because I've got some really, really fun stuff coming up with that. And I'm also raising money right now for Direct Relief, which is a charity that goes to help, that goes to like disaster aid relief kind of stuff, in particular because of all of the fires that are going on up and down the West Coast, which is, I have a lot of friends who have been strongly affected by it. So this is my way of trying to help. So that's me. That's what I'm up to. My favorite part of the stream. Oh, this is so exciting to get to do this, or to get to finally start this. We've been planning this for a minute. Let's see. I think my favorite part was Sam going off with the friends, with his two lady friends, just sort of like, sure, this is great. This will be fine. Like, and the rest of us are like, okay, bye. I enjoyed that.
All right, thank you very much. I do think my Zoom screen's got a little shuffled, but I'm pretty sure we went to Swapper next. Then we're going to you now. Deal with it.
God, I don't know how to bear this responsibility.
Oh, I'm sure you'll be fine.
I'm always fine. I'm Swapper.
Well.
I can be found on Twitter. Did he just ilk at my name? I can be found on
No.
Twitter under @GreatSimplicity, where I'm currently doing a whole bunch of nothing. My favorite moment of the stream. Fuck you, Nick. I think the offering was great.
Mm.
I think the offering in total was a good thing.
All right. Thank you. Graham. Stop playing.
Hi,
with my
everybody. My name is Graham, and I played Sam. Sam, I am. But right now, I'm Graham. You can find me in a week from now at 5:30 Eastern Standard Time on Saturday on the Stalwart Initiative channel with one of the final 4 episodes of our Dark Matter campaign, Adventures in the Verse, DM'd by the wonderful Derek Sword. You can find me on Fridays on my own channel at twitch.tv/GrahamCrackers at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard, playing playing Gaheris, a paladin in our Goldshine Investigations campaign. And otherwise, you can find me here.
Hey.
And nowhere else. And my favorite part was Welby just stealing food underneath the table. That was just absolutely my favorite, without a doubt.
Speaking of Welby, Wild.
Yes, hello. I'm Wild Engineer. You can find me at Wild Engineer on Twitter. On Tuesdays, you can catch me on Encounter Roleplay for some Call of Cthulhu. I think we're actually only got like 1 or 2 more episodes left, but that's fun. And yeah, aside from that, you can catch me here.
Yay.
Yeah. My favorite part of the stream was when most of the issues were resolved. That was such a good moment. My lord.
It all went well.
And aside from that, though, I like my new little clippity clops now, so those are great.
Thank you. All right. That leaves me. My name is Anik. You can find me currently mainly on Twitter at Anikster. I'm a very lazy tweeter. I retweet things and I paint stuff. Commissions are currently closed, but I'm going through them at a pretty good pace, so I'll reopen them soon. And streaming wise, I am currently only here on Wednesdays. Because, I'm already in 9 offline campaigns. Who needs more? And I think that covers it for tonight. I am very curious to see what happens next week. My favorite part of today... I don't want to copy people, but I also really love Welby's Clippity Cloppities. I love his little satyr paws. So it's like, I spent 5 minutes describing to Pris how magical those freaking mushrooms were, and the first thing you do is put them in your mouth. I love Welby so much. It's going to be great. Next week we'll have no tech issues, so we'll be hearing a lot more from Welby. It's going to be great. So yeah. See you next week.